TDS just released a huge battle pass with 16 brand new skins. There's the free section of the battle pass and the premium section of the battle pass, each having 8 skins, and I'll be reviewing all 16 for you. Before I get into these skins, throughout October I'll frequently be giving out premium battle passes. If you want a shot at getting one, like and subscribe and join my Discord server down below. With that being said, let's take a look. First we have the Ghost Demo Man. I'm really happy TDS is finally giving the Ghost skins another run this year, as they are my personal favorite skins in the game. But for some reason this skin has a cat face? I don't really know if that's intentional, but the rest of the skin is really solid. At max stage, it gets a knight helmet with tons of teeth bursting through the front, but I really don't think it looks that menacing because the cat face is still underneath. I'll give this skin a 7 out of 10, mostly because Demo Man is a really basic tower that can't go too crazy with its skins, and that holds it back. Okay, so this Shotgunner skin has a magical power where when you place it down, it just vanishes. I don't know why that happens, but I can't review the skin if the skin just uses a potion of invisibility, so I'm moving on. Next is the No Void Soldier, and it's got a very interesting... Okay, what is with the nose? Why does it have such a big pointy nose? That feels extremely random to me. Facial expression also is just... It doesn't really look like TDS to me. It doesn't really have that much stage progression either. The only really big change being that it gets these purple crystals on the shoes. This skin gets a 4 out of 10. I really can't see myself using it because I find it pretty uninteresting compared to Soldier's other skins. The next skin is the Plague Doctor Medic, and this skin perfects the idea of a Plague Doctor. It's not a very complex skin, but it's definitely a good one. There's not really too much to comment on besides that I think they messed up the face texture. It wears black robes with a Plague Doctor mask, and I think the head is supposed to be colored black or bronze, but like I said, they messed it up. Anyways, this skin gets a 8 out of 10 for me. I just think it could use a extra accessory maybe somewhere. The next skin is the Undead Militant, and I really like the vibe of this skin. The skull coming out from underneath the skin and the glowing eyes immediately grab my attention, although from the side of the head it kind of just looks weird. It's like a pea that's been like, I don't know, deflated. For some reason it gets goggles very briefly, then they get removed, and the tower looks completely different, and that's a little bit confusing. The left arm bone sticks out at level 3 and turns blue at max stage, along with the head changing into a Wendigo looking skull. It also gets arms that stick out the side of the backpack. I like this skin's earlier stages, but max stage kind of looks underwhelming. I think they could have had some more unique ideas for it, so I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Next one is Pyromancer, and yes, this is definitely Jinx from Arcane. I don't even watch the show, and I immediately can tell who this was based off of. I like this skin, but what is this animation? It's like leaned super far backwards, and it's moving around a lot with its arm up. That does not look comfortable. By far, one of the most underwhelming skins progression-wise. It really only gets a couple of armor plates and a very low FPS cave. I don't know what's going on here. The colors look very vibrant, and I like the models, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'm excited for this next one. The next skin on the list is the Ghost Rocketeer, and first impressions are very good. They've geniusly used a gradient to make the outfit look like it's transparent and glowing towards the bottom. Kind of weird to catch on camera because it looks like I'm just staring at his butt, but just hear me out. Not upgrading it gives it a biker type of outfit, and at max stage it literally becomes the Ghost Rider. It gets a white skull with a neon blue inside on the head, chains along the torso, and spiky shoulder pads. This skin is a 8.75 for me, because I wish it had some sort of hat or accessory at max stage, because it kind of looks a little bit bland without it. The animations and cool models carry the skin though. Next skin on the list is the Vampire Hunter Cowboy. The next skin on the list is the Vampire Cowboy, and honestly the earlier levels are pretty unnotable until you get to the max stage. So much is going on, and it's so fun to look at. Wings, skull shoulder pads, skull knee pads, big fancy boots, big claws, and even the gun has text on it. Of course, I have no idea what Vampirism Arm 54 is, but it looks pretty deadly. This skin gets a 8 out of 10, mostly only for the max stage. I really wish it had some of these details spread out throughout some of the early stages, so it wasn't such a sudden jump at max stage. The next skin is the Null Crook Boss, and it looks like it's going to be another corrupted tower type of skin, and wow, the transformation as you upgrade it is incredible. They nailed the concept here, with the corruption slowly taking over the tower with tons of these weird purple strands and lots of purple overall just taking over the tower. Even the guards are corrupted as well, with brand new animations to accompany them. I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10 because the guards just give it that little push for me because this skin just looks really good. Next up is the Cursed Minigunner, and I don't really know what to say about this one. I don't know what these orange tendrils are supposed to be. It also uses a Roblox hat for the fedora model, which just comes off lazy to me. I mean, the gun and backpack having a door that swings open looks cool, but I really don't like anything else. It's one of the most boring skins so far, at least in my opinion. Didn't think I'd be giving out a 3 out of 10 today, but here we are. Next up is the Graveyard Mercenary Base, which I already covered in a short, so I'll be very brief with it. It's basically a graveyard with some units in cool armor. However, the skin kinda looks lacking in the detail for the actual models themselves, so I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The next skin on the list is the Werewolf Brawler, and my first thought is legitimately a Lego Chima. Being serious, this skin has a very unappealing color palette, but they somehow made it kinda work. It has lots of very nice little touches in the animations, like the ears subtly twitching and the tail swishing back and forth. I think the design looks cool, but for some reason I'm not really a fan of it. I think it's because Brawler already has a ton of good skins already. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, fight me if you disagree. Next skin is the Null Soul Farm, which I already covered in that same short. I think this skin isn't as interesting to me because of how many great skins Farm has already, but I like the idea that it's supposed to be like a ritual of some sort with the bones. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Next skin is the Ghost Engineer, and I don't like this skin. The concept for the sentries are pretty cool though. I like that it's an actual ghost being resurrected to punch the air. I think that the school has some cool ideas, but I really can't find anything on the outfit of the engineer that I like. It looks more like a Frost themed skin than a Ghost themed skin, if that makes sense. This skin is the last free skin on the free pass, and it is the Commander. Wow, this skin is how you do an anthropomorphic themed skin. Tons of bones are placed around the skin for the armor and gun, arrows being shot into the back, a awesome gun. This has to be one of the... It also has a chicken leg. I have no idea why there's like a chicken leg or some sort of meat that he'll take a big bite out of when Call to Arms is activated, but it's cool, I guess. We finally get some new APCs, and they keep up with the theme of the bones. They look pretty much the same besides the amount of wolf heads that are placed on the top, which are used as the turrets. I'm pretty satisfied with the skin, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And last but certainly not least, the skin you've all been waiting for, the Dragon Pursuit. This has to be one of the most advanced models I've seen on a TDS skin. I'm surprised this was even possible to put onto a tower. This is a huge dragon which is controlled by this little guy up here. As you upgrade it, it gets armor plates throughout the body, and on the bottom path, for some reason it turns entirely purple. It also shoots fire out of its mouth to attack. The skin just has so much presence, and it will immediately take the center of attention when you're using it. The idea that you are placing a dragon down is very, very cool to me at least, which makes this skin the only 10 out of 10 on the list, which I am kind of disappointed about. Anyways, what did you think of these skins? Will you be grinding them out? Let me know down below. Anyways, like, subscribe, and this took a very long time to make. Okay, real talk though, this is the ugliest skin in the game. Like, please, can you find one person who likes this skin? I'm sorry, why does it do this? Why does the face just disappear? They made a custom face here. That's a new face, and it just goes away. Like, what are these supposed to be? Why is he orange? Why are you blue? These are like hot dogs hanging out the bottom down here. Like, I don't, please just explain who thought this was a good looking skin. I'm sorry, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yo, I'm really sorry, okay?
What is wrong with you? Why are you blue?
Ugh, Jesus.